Political analyst Dr Zamo Mbandlwa. He joins us now to take a look at the body that is the ANC Youth League. Doc, thank you very much for your time this morning. So we were having a rather healthy discussion with the social media team this morning, and they noted that the ANC Youth League's conference is not trending on Twitter, it's not trending on Facebook where you find young people. And so you've got Ziniko Mhlaba saying that some delegates want to express the needs of young people. And so the ANC Youth League of 2023, how would you characterize it?
Thank you so much. Good morning to yourself and also to the viewers at home. Well, I certainly agree with what people are saying on the social media. It's no longer gaining momentum like how it used to in the past. Probably it's because the recent leaders of the ANC Youth League has failed to mobilize young people behind the banner of the ANC and the ANC Youth League. While also explaining that, I would like to take you back to why the ANC Youth League was formed. Initially in 1943 when there was a conference where the idea of establishing ANC Youth League came into play, was because of the two tasks which they always say. Number one is to mobilize young people behind the banner of the ANC, and secondly, to champion the interest of young people. And they has not been doing that in the past. So this is why they are no longer popular and relevant to the young people. And again, the ANC is crippled without the ANC Youth League, because I think the ANC Youth League understand mainly the challenges and problems that are faced by young people in the country. And that is why the ANC is actually not gaining support, probably from young people. But also, what is okay, you can come?
No, please finish your thought.
Okay, what is also going on now? I've been following the news. I'm currently in UK, but I've been following the news on what is happening at home. So what is happening is that there are factions, and these factions are actually going to cripple the ANC Youth League, the support of the ANC Youth League. Because remember, even if they elect leadership today, but if the leadership that should be elected today or tomorrow is not supported by structures of the ANC Youth League in regions and provinces, that particular national leadership will be leading itself, because they will not be able to gain support from various structures. And the politics of today is very dangerous, unlike before. Before it was very simple. If a leader win, everybody rally behind that particular leader and support that leader. But nowadays things have changed. If people don't like a certain leader and that leader is elected to lead at a national level, they are permanent enemies. Then they are not willing to support or even to recognize that particular leader as their leader. This is not only happening in the ANC Youth League, but also in the ANC itself. So I don't think the ANC will want to see a divided ANC Youth League, because this will cripple further the ANC. This is why the ANC is also interested to know what will happen in the ANC Youth League. In fact, they are there to support the ANC Youth League, because the absence of the ANC Youth League in the politics of the ANC is well felt, and it should also have a negative impact in the 2024 national government elections.
Be it the ANC Youth League or the ANC Women's League, how then does the organization get its structures back up again? Much talk and much is said about the reinvigoration of the party, but practically how does that happen?
Well, the problem is the interference. I wouldn't say it's a guidance in the main, because, you know, leadership positions in the leagues of the ANC should not be endorsed by the ANC. Different structures or bodies of the ANC that support the ANC, like the ANC Youth League and then the Women's League, they should be allowed to elect their own leadership. So when a person wants to lead, the person must rise within the ranks of that particular body without having to be endorsed by the ANC. Now, what we see happening is that when a person wants to lead the ANC Youth League or ANC Women's League, they want to actually be endorsed by the mother body, which is the ANC. And that is where the problem is. But again, on the other side of the coin, if the ANC Youth League leadership, particularly at a national level, does not have a good relationship with the ANC mother body, it becomes very problematic, and it also cripples the ANC. We have seen that happening during the tenure of the former ANC Youth League president and the former president of the country, where they were fighting day and night because of different ideas and views. So now I think the ANC is trying to balance this to ensure that those who are leading ANC Youth League and ANC Women's League agree with the ANC, which is then killing the politics of these particular leagues.
I guess that speaks to the issue of autonomy that Ziniko Mhlaba was reporting about, where he spoke to some delegates about the involvement of the Secretary General of the party, Fikile Mbalula, as well as Mzwandile Masina. How should we interpret their involvement in the processes of the Youth League?
The involvement of the SG should not be to actually take sides when there are problems within the ANC Youth League. What he should be doing is to provide a guidance and also interpret the procedures and policies of the ANC Youth League and that of the ANC, not to be seen supporting a specific faction or a specific group of people who want to lead in the ANC Youth League. Now, when you are a leader, when a person is a leader of the ANC and is seen to be biased, it becomes very problematic for the general membership to believe that that particular leader is for the good interest of the organization. So I think that's where the problem is. And also, if people are not doing right things within the ANC Youth League, those who are actually entrusted with the responsibility, such as the Secretary General of the ANC, they should be calling both sides and not only speak to one side. They should be calling, particularly in the case of the Eastern Cape, where the Eastern Cape have a grievance because they feel that they are not being recognized. And actually, the National Task Team says the conference that set is not legitimate. Now, the Secretary General should call both sides and say, particularly those who are alleged to be elected in the Eastern Cape and the National Task Team, to say what really happened and how do we resolve, how do they resolve that particular problem. Not just to nullify the sentiments that are being made by the provincial leadership of the Eastern Cape.
Thank you very much for your time this morning. Dr. Zamo Mbandlwa is a political analyst.